After the reconnaissance of the entire Awka campus of the Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka in Anambra State, Nigeria, 10 soil profiles were dug in representative geomorphic units within the campus, and you can see me and my students within the campus assessing many of the different soil profiles. Look at this site. It's more like an upland soil profile, but then you can still see some mottling. This one is more like an upland area with not much mottling, and you can see it has a tendency towards the sandy. Now, if we go to a different site, you might discover that it's not really sandy, it's more or less clayey. Now, this area has greater tendency for being waterlogged, but then it's not really as bad as that. You just have a little bit of water at the bottom of their profile, but then there are some sites where there's water still on the surface. So this site is more like an upland area without water within the profile. It's quite dry within these sections, but you can still see mottles at the base of the soil profile, as you can see within the site. Now this is a different site, a different soil profile within the campus still, and it's quite distinct from the others. Now this is me taking some samples for analysis in the lab to determine the classes of the different soils and of course their capability in terms of the most sustainable use that they can be put to. Now this is a different soil profile, quite distinct from the others also in every respect. Now even as we move along, this is a different soil profile, still distinct from the others too in every respect. This is another soil profile. You can see that we didn't even dig much, and then there's water all over the site within the same period that the other sites were deep and dry. This is as far as we could go before we could stop based on the amount of water coming out of the ground. Now, this is us taking samples from this particular soil profile. Not deep enough, but eventually you had to use the soil auger to auger some soils even from deeper depth, so that to a large extent to also determine the capability of the site, just like the others. Now, thank you for